So here's the thing about putting together a new desk setup or even a new office that most times you don't even think about, and that's cleaning, specifically cleaning the floors. Even though it could be a great opportunity for you to make that Instagram post, but you just don't want to do it 3 times a week. So then the magic questions come to mind. What if I don't have to do it myself? But what, a robot vacuum? Most of them kind of suck. But what if they don't? That's why I'm very excited about today's sponsor, because not only it will fix this mundane task, it will actually do what it's supposed to do, which is vacuum and clean the floors. So shout out to Eufy for sending over their S1 Pro, which to me, it's Alfred, Batcave, and for a fact they're actually dropping on their Kickstarter campaign as of March the 28th with a 40% discount. So be sure to check that out. So to keep things very simple and straight to the point, I'm going to talk about the unboxing, the setup, the technology, and some performance and use case scenarios, because I use it in various occasions around the studio and the rest of the house, so I have some feelings about it. And even though this is a sponsored product, I'll give you my honest opinion, especially my experience with testing this over a month now. Okay, so the unboxing process of Alfred aka S1 Pro is very straightforward. So what's in the box? You get 2 sets of side brushes, the power cord, an additional high power performance filter, an additional rolling mop, the cleaning tool, an additional dust bag, a hard floor cleaner, and some documents. And Eufy was really nice to print all instructions and setup guides and cleaning maintenance on this big cardstock that is super easy to follow. So to set this up, you want to start by downloading the MacTech app. And in case you're asking what is MacTech, well, it's the high-performance version of Eufy's vacuums, which they are now transitioning to being all lineup of Eufy, but that's a topic for another day. Okay, after removing all the foam and the packaging, you want to install the 2 side brushes that come on the vacuum, which is super cool that this vacuum has 2 side brushes to make sure it captures everything along its path. Next, you're going to connect the power supply to the unit station, which so happen to bring those 2 nice grooves to help with cable management on the very back of it, so that you don't have a super long cable just hanging around. Now for the unit itself, you want to place the unit station preferably against the wall with about 1.5 feet of empty space on each side and around 4 feet in front of it so that the robot can maneuver properly. Then you're going to drop in the hard floor cleaner in the unit station. You're going to add the clean water tank, which you can fill it up with tap water, and the dirty water tank that goes right behind it. So really quick, looking at the robot, besides its main striking feature that you don't see on most vacuums, is like you don't actually see a sensor sticking out. And that's because Eufy decided to place all the sensors, which is a 3D eye matrix sensor on the very front, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. So to access the dustbin and the dirty water reservoir is very simple. The cover is magnetic, so all you gotta do is hold on to the sides and lift it up, and you will see the dustbin right away with the dirty water reservoir behind the robot. So to remove the dustbin, you simply hold on to the handle and lift it up, and you get to clean it by opening 2 little doors, one on the top and one on the side, to give you access to the filter and just to clean it in case something gets clogged up. And for the water reservoir, which is fully washable, all you do is press down on those 2 red switches and it comes right off and is fully rinsable. And also on the bottom, of course, you get to see those 2 brushes, the rolling mop and the rolling brush. So right to the top, you see the on and off switch to the vacuum. And once you turn that on, you are all set for the rest of the setup process. But before you do that, just make sure you place the robot inside the unit station. So the app walkthrough is very simple. They first take you to the process of connecting a vacuum, of course, to the network, finding the vacuum, and you get a chance to name it, which, yes, I named mine Alfred because this is the Batcave. So once connected, the first task is actually to go out and map your entire area, which uses that 3D eye that I was talking about, and it's really cool that also within the app you can set blockades on areas that you don't want the robot to go. Once that is done, you also have this intuitive menu that will help you section off your house and label each area so the robot knows where to go. Okay, so going back to the unit station for a little bit and just admiring its slick design. So basically on the very top of it, you have the home button, the start cleaning and pause button, and the mode button to switch between vacuum and mop or just vacuum. And just so you know, if you hold the home and the mode button at the same time for 3 seconds, it enables and disables child safety lock, which is useful for those of us that have curious kids. And just to note, this vacuum cannot mop without vacuuming, but it can vacuum without mopping. Now, let's talk about technology and find out what is such a big deal that this vacuum claims to be superior to some of the other competitors out there. Okay, first of all, the most obvious thing is that the S1 Pro doesn't have two spinning pads like other brands do. Instead, it has a roller mop, which means while mopping, it doesn't smudge the dirt around and picks up the dirt upwards, simulating a human-like cleaning motion. And the interesting principle behind this is that it has two water tanks, a clean water and a dirt water tank in the unit. Why? Because while cleaning, the mop is being self-cleaned in real time. The way it works is that while the robot is going around, the water jets are cleaning the mop and dumping the dirty water onto the dirty water tank, which makes it quicker and more efficient to clean without the robot going back to the base station. And this not only leaves the surfaces clean, but it also eliminates bacteria and germs up to 99%. And this robot is also very eco-friendly by using a very minimal amount of water while mopping. And talking about the base, let's focus on this all-in-one station, which will actually make you appreciate the fact that you don't have to go open any compartments to see if you need to add water or constantly clean or scrape off grime that accumulates on the bottom of the base station. So Eufy had a solution for this, which is a fully automated cleaning experience. Every element of this unit station was crafted to maximize efficiency, and I'm not gonna lie, the aesthetics, they're kinda clean. So the S1 Pro has a full function station that can self-empty the dustbin, automatically clean the roller mop, dry the roller mop with heated air, refill clean water, collect dirty water, generate ozone fertilized water, and automatically mix detergent. If that's not fully automation for you, I don't know what it is. So, like I said, it features a transparent clean water tank, which there's no need for you to inspect or go check, water levels. It's clearly visible from wherever you are as long as you have sight of the unit itself. And for the dirty water tank, is nice concealed on the back of the unit. Okay, now let's talk about the suction side of things. The S1 Pro has an 8000 PA of suction power, which makes it super easy for it to pick up small particles in one pass, and it can adapt to multiple surfaces like hardwood, tile, laminate, and carpet. And the roller, it's really an all-rubber anti-tangle brush that is made with rubber bristles, which helps pick up hair and small dust particles without getting tangled onto the roller. And the roller kinda as it goes, it agitates and beats up dust, especially on surfaces like carpet, which makes it very easy to suck it in. And while it's mopping, if it detects any carpet, the mop will auto lift about 12 millimeters, so to make sure that the carpet is not being wet by the mopping roller. Okay, about the 3D matrix eye we were talking about. So for the very first time, the S1 Pro applied a binocular technology which originated from drones and autonomous vehicles, which is super dope to actually see this coming to the vacuum industry. So the whole time while the robot is navigating, is observing, thinking, and routing like a human, which is crazy. So what's inside of this? It's actually an RGB active binocular infrared cameras that emits 3K dots at a time to measure obstacles with millimeter precision 8 times per second. It can actively match the contours of obstacles observed from different angles during the cleaning process to generate a dense 3D model of an obstacle. As a result, it can avoid obstacles of various shapes, including furniture legs, and still tightly clean around them. Alright, so now let's talk about performance. It truly impressed me with its innovative features, and the fact that it's always cleaning, it just gives me a better experience with robo vacuums that I don't have to actually interact much with it for it to do its job or to maintain itself clean. And making sense, the fact that you actually have a robot that doesn't act like a pet. But here's the thing with this vacuum, that I reached out to the Eufy team and the engineers responded, and they were super kind to give me directions, but it still didn't quite solve my problem. So right off the box, the vacuum actually comes with adaptive obstacle avoidance turned on, which will prevent the vacuum from going underneath certain places. Now you can turn it off, but it still only lets the vacuum go into places that are taller than 4.1 inches. And my kitchen cabinets are exactly 4 inches. So unfortunately, the bittersweet moment for me was to find out that even though it can clean the floors really great, In some areas, it will require maybe 1 or 2 passes, but it will never get the undersides of my kitchen where I find the most destructive power by my toddlers. So that was a little bit of a bittersweet feature to me. And maybe it could be the case that, this house has different set of measurements. It might not apply to you, but I just wanted to make this clear out there that if you have cabinets that are exactly 4 inches, even though you turn off the obstacle avoidance feature, the vacuum will still not go under your cabinets. Yeah. Anything else? This vacuum, guys, is super sick. I love the fact that I can just schedule for Alfred to come and clean the bat cave, and I don't need to worry about mopping or anything. One thing I do, I roll out my chair and just remove other things from the floor because I want it to clean the best as possible. But other than that, great product by Eufy. I cannot wait to see what a different iteration of this will do. Yeah, but that's all for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you are liking this type of tech unboxing videos, let me know, because I do get inboxed by a lot of brands. Some have cool things, some not as cool, but I do want to make sure that this is a content that you guys still want to see on the channel, because the channel is kind of turning to a tech channel. And don't get me wrong, I'll still do desk setups and a whole bunch of content around desk setups. But from now and then, I will be bringing to you some tech that I'm just currently interested on, or something that I feel that can add to the space, to the way I live, to the way I create. So if this is helpful, let me know in the comments below. And with that, see you guys next video. Peace.